Are you on keto, but you're losing too much weight and that's becoming a problem? Well, this video is for you. First, let's talk about the difference between fasting and starving. There's a point where you go from fasting to starving, and that point has to do with not having any more fat reserves to tap into. Okay, so if you're very, very thin, well, then potentially the body's going to start using the muscle as its fuel. So you start getting a breakdown of muscle protein. So you might notice that your muscles are shrinking and they're very, very weak. But typically when you're starving, you have a lot of other symptoms too. You're not feeling energetic, you're weak, it's affecting your mood, all sorts of issues. But if you want to stop losing weight, yes, you do want to keep your fats a little bit higher. You can take MCT oil. But here's the thing, it's the carbs. You want to keep your carbs at the maximum level, right around 50 grams. Because normally it's between 20 and 50 grams. So keep it on the high side because it's the carbs that control the weight. So if you have a little bit higher carbs, then you'll stop losing weight. Now, the other thing that you can do to help definitely maintain your muscle mass is to keep the volume of exercise very, very high, as well as recover from it. Don't overtrain. But we want to keep a very robust workout, okay, regular exercise to keep the muscle stimulated so they can continue to grow. It's also important, especially if you are fasting. Let's say you're doing one meal a day because you're seeing all these great benefits, but you're getting to the point where you're getting too thin, is to make sure you're taking a lot of nutrients, electrolytes, B vitamins, but also take some amino acids. I put a link down below for more information on that because there's a certain blend that you could take that will ensure that you don't lose any of your muscle. So that's one of the problems with fasting is you don't want to lose muscle. So this will prevent that. Plus, you want to be taking certain nutrients, but then you may need to add another meal if you're getting too thin, or you have 2 meals, okay? For example, myself, if I go to 1 meal, which I actually love to do that because I'm rarely hungry, is I have to take 2 meals or I get too thin. So I weigh about 183. So if I basically do 1 meal, I'll drop down to like 177, unless I have a massive meal, which is really hard to consume. So I just do 2 meals. So you just want to adjust the meals. You don't want to snack in between, increase the calories, make sure you have enough fat, not too much where it's affecting your gallbladder and your liver, but keep your carbs slightly higher, keep the volume of exercise a little bit higher. This violates that principle I told you about in other videos where you never want to eat unless you're hungry, except in this situation where you just need to keep your calories up or you're just going to be too thin. All right, thanks for watching. Hey, if you're liking this content, please subscribe now, and I will actually keep you updated on future videos.